Hi everybody, I have just finished Resident Evil 2 Remake, and of course I need to do my Is It Worth Buying Cheap video. And of course, as I almost always start these videos, yes, it is absolutely worth getting cheap, the Resident Evil 2 Remake. If you look at the footage, you look at the gameplay and you think, I'll tell you what, that looks pretty good, I fancy a bit of this. Or maybe you were a Resident Evil fan from back in the day. And I think the reason why almost every single one of my worth buying cheap videos is positive is because I tend to have these games on my my Steam wishlist or my Epic wishlist or Xbox or PlayStation wishlist, so I know I want to buy them, and I know I want to buy them because I think they're good. Maybe I've watched lots of reviews or lots of gameplay, and then they go cheap and I buy them and I play them and they are good. So I picked up Resident Evil 2 Remake on PC as the Raccoon City edition, where you get Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake for, I think it was something crazy like £13 or £12 in the Steam sale, and you get an awful lot of your money. I mean, the thing about Resident Evil 2 Remake is, for me, it's all about the atmosphere, and I think when it's at its best, I think Resident Evil 2 Remake is as good as a video game could get in terms of pure atmosphere and feeling as you're moving through the levels. And I often think the best parts of this game are the earlier levels where you're in the police station, it's you just versus the zombies, and you're wandering around exploring, solving the simple puzzles and taking your steps backwards and forwards, to gradually explore, and you open up more and more and more. And then as the game progresses, and then you come across Mr. X, and you come across the more dangerous sort of boss type zombies, I don't think that's the best bit of Resident Evil. I think that the normal atmosphere you get, and there's an awful lot of it as well, because we tend to just remember the police station level, but there's the police station level, there's going down into the sewers, there's the orphanage, and then there's the entire secret facility that's built under Raccoon City, where Umbrella's been doing these nasty experiments on various viruses, and all the environments look very, very cool. Now, there is something quite odd about the graphics occasionally, and in fact, if you're playing this on PC, they recommend that you roll back to the pre-ray tracing patch version. And if you go to Steam and the Steam Workshop, it shows you how to do that. And there are the odd thing, like Claire's hair looks a little bit odd sometimes, and the reflections on the floor and on the pillars where they're shiny, I guess where they should be marble, can look a bit odd sometimes. But where the game really shines is where the light levels come down, and for example, maybe you've got your torch out or a generator, it's a little bit dimmer, and you're walking around these beautifully rendered environments. Honestly, the Resident Evil engine, I think it's called the RE engine, is absolutely fantastic. So if you've already played Resident Evil 3 Remake, this doesn't look quite as good as that, but it still looks really, really good once you kind of get into the feel of it. And I thoroughly enjoyed myself with a true survival horror game where it's all about looking after your inventory, making sure you keep enough ammo, making sure you decide, have you got first aid on you? Are you going to take ammo? You're going to take first aid? You're going to take other stuff? And wandering around this amazing world. So if you're interested, definitely buy it cheap. It's really, really good. And you can replay it multiple times, obviously with Claire or with Leon. And then there's different little mini games as well at the end, which involve different characters. But that's just enough from me. Put your questions and comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. I will, of course, see you again soon.